Today, my mother called me a servant for trying to clean my room and reminded me that I would never be someone that anyone would care enough to come and bury my dead body. You bet. Hello, this is me, Savonji Mipun, and I've been thinking about filming a video like this for a very, very long time. But I just didn't want to defame my... But you know what? I will. Not because I have to, but because I just want to help people who are going through similar situations like this. They even told me that I couldn't even make this kind of videos because they thought that I didn't know how to speak English, because they didn't understand it. And you know what? I will make a video like this, and I am right now. Why? Because I know. And I know that I can do it. I know that I can film this video, and I know that I have the knowledge and I have the experience to tell people what to do, what to not do. And that's all that you really need to know. If you know that you can do it, if you have what it takes to really achieve something, and if you know, you just know. No one has to say that you have to have a specific amount of this and that. No, if you know that you can do it, if you have the trust in yourself and the belief that you can actually achieve something that people have said that you cannot do it, just don't listen to them. If you know, that is enough. That is more than enough. That is like you saying yourself what I can do, what I want to do, and what I actually want to achieve. If you're just saying that, you know what, me just knowing won't be something this and that, that won't work out. That just won't work out. Because if you know that you can do something, just go ahead and do it. Do it. Speak up for yourself, not to them. Okay, you don't need to waste your time into talking with them, but just speak up for yourself that you know what you can do and you are comfortable doing it. Because at the end of the day, it's you and your work. They can take away all the tarnishable items like money. They can even steal your things from your room. But at the same time, the skills that you have built up, the skill, like the knowledge of me actually knowing how to speak in English, that has helped me be able to communicate to a larger public like this. So it is really important for you to really understand that you cannot take away everything from you. What you have, the talent, that cannot be taken away by anyone. And you know what? Even if they try to copy you, even if they try to be like you, they can never be like you. Because why? There is only one piece of you. Because there is not a second person who looks exactly like you, who talks exactly like you, who is you. That is the power you have. You can literally do anything you want. Not because you can, but because you will. Can comes later. Can comes later, okay? If you know that I will be successful, I will be a millionaire, I will be someone who will, people look up to, then you can be. That is the power that will has. Can, let me tell you this. If I know that I can be a YouTuber, the can comes later. The can comes later. If whether I can, really take a video and stuff like that, it does not matter. Listen to my message. Listen to my message, and that's all that you really need to know. And that's why tell yourself, I will do that. I will achieve. I will become successful. I will be someone that people look up to. And that's all that you need to tell yourself, to remind yourself of the power that you possess. Don't give them the power to have an opinion, okay? Don't give them power to really make a change in yourself and how you think, in how you act, in how you perceive things. Because that is something that you have control over. That is something that you have control over. What I'm saying right now, what I'm telling right now, these are just gibberish words. If you don't put in the meaning in any language, whether that be, if someone is saying something to you and they are like, doing like la 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 and saying everything, if you do not put in the meaning, you do not put in the effort to really understand what they're saying, it is just gibberish. They're just speaking gibberish, human language gibberish. And if you don't want to listen, and if you know that that is not what you are trying to be or what you are, that's all that you really need to know. As I'm keep telling you, that's all that you really need to know. They can tell that you're poor, that they can tell that you will never be this, you can never be that, but will that change the fact that you will? You will. It will not. It will not change the fact. Hard work over perfection, over talent, over everything. Let me tell you this. I was really, really talented artist. My creative side was so strong that I didn't even need to go to school for me to be able to draw full human figures. I was drawing full-blown human figures when I was in first grade. But you know what my mom told me? That you can never be this, you can never be that, and all the things that I can't be. All the things that I am not. To a first grader. But you know what? I put in the hard work. I told my father after that I want to actually attain a real degree that I can really show off to anyone who is questioning my abilities. And you know what? I completed it. I completed 7 years in art, and I actually have a diploma in arts now. It doesn't matter what people say that I can do it or not, because I have something of proof. Okay, I did put in the hard work, and that is something that people cannot take away from you. Be it you have something to prove yourself, or be it you have something to really say that, okay, I have this. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. If you know that you have the talent, if you know that you have the skill, and if you put in the hard work, if you put in the time that it takes to actually develop that skill, you can be at the top of the world. Literally. Life is a game. Life is a game. At some point of time, we just have to realize this. Life is a game. Just imagine a game being so bland, of nothing, of substance, because no one is like an obstacle to you. If someone is being obstacle, take that as an opportunity to challenge yourself, to say that, you know what? I can and I will. I will do that. You are saying that I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I cannot be a person that anyone is looking up to. Be that person who someone in that room, maybe they would be looking up to, and they would actually make a change for the better. I would be that. And you cannot control me. This is Shivanshi's motto. Okay, this is my motto. Forgive, forget, and forge. You need to forgive. Let me just tell you this. Not because of them, not because you want to forgive them, but because you have to forgive for yourself, to really move on from everything that they have told you. You have to forgive. You know what? You might not know this, you might not know this or that, but never forgive them. Forgive yourself for being in a position that you did not have any power over. Forgive that it was not your choice. It was nothing. There was nothing that you could have done to be born in a family. There is nothing you can really do. I'm actually really grateful to be in a family where, only one member is like this. Rest of them are really supportive. Rest of them I love them. I literally love them. Whatever the case might be. Then you need to forget. Forget, because you have to create the space for things that actually matter. But you saying that I can never be someone who actually is someone will not change the fact that I will put in the work. I will be that, and I will become someone. That just does not change the fact. And you know what? I have to create space. I have to clear up all the bad things that are, stopping me from being someone. Because I will not be stopped. Lastly, be the version of you that your younger version would look up to. Don't be a version, don't be a person that is like, just imagine your younger self looking up to your present self. How would they feel? How would they feel? I wanted to be this and I wanted to be that. But the person that actually grew up didn't do any of it. Why? Because some people told that you cannot be. If you wanted it so bad, and if you really envisioned yourself actually living the life that you dreamed of, why did you stop? And you know what? You can pick up any time. You can pick up every second of the day. Every second of the day is a chance for you to restart, for you to make a change. And if you realize that fact, I'm afraid no advice needed for you. No advice needed for you. If you realize that once, everything will change. Everything will change. No pseudoscience needed that, I have to have this person's power. I need to have this person's this, that. No, just you have it. You have it. You know, you will, and you did.